Hi, my name is Samuel Gillis. I am from the Elma FFA chapter, and I'm currently serving as the Washington FFA state president.
Hi, I'm Madison, and I'm from Pullman. My SAE projects were raising market steers for the county fair and working harvest.
Hi, I'm Anna Mathis from the Valley Springs FFA chapter, and my SAE was construction and home improvement for the majority of my FFA career.
Hello, my name's Riley and I'm from Oakdale. So my SAE is animal rescue.
Hey, my name is Michael Johnson. I'm from the Cedral FFA chapter. I'm currently serving as the chapter president and District 1 president. My SAE project this year is documentation of agriculture.
Hello everyone, my name is Pedro Mendoza and I'm serving this year as the Washington FFA State Sentinel. I'm originally from the Eastmont FFA chapter in East Wenatchee. And a little bit about my SAE is that I was able to get involved in the processing side of agriculture. So for my SAE specifically, I was working in a packing shed during cherry season.
Hi, I'm Bryn Kelly with Eastmont FFA chapter. This year, my SAE project is raising my market steer Melman for our Waterville Fair in August. He is an Angus cross and we bought him locally.
I am Jordan Jelnick and I'm from the Richland FFA chapter. My SAE for 2022 to 2023 is my boar goat herd here in Richland, Washington.
One of my favorite SAEs is in the field of agricultural communications. I helped run an Instagram page that was FFA themed with a few friends. It was a really great opportunity to connect students, especially because it started in the middle of COVID. So it was a really great way to connect while we were still virtual and isolated. And it was a really great opportunity to really make an impact.
I've always had kind of a love and interest for videography, and why not put that with agriculture? Over this last year, I have gone to local farmers and agriculture businesses to kind of record and let people know on what different types of crops are grown in the Skagit County, as well as just to everyone to get a more of a general sense of what is happening in their county.
Construction and home improvement was things like home renovation, DIY projects, creating things specifically for my home renovations, things like that. And there was also a community impact as well. So creating projects to sell at silent auctions to raise money for families in need, helping homes be ADA accessible, creating wheelchair ramps, things like that, and even building decks for folks outside of the state as well.
I have started animal rescue when I adopted my blind Australian Shepherd. I learned how many animals are out there that really need help and nobody out there to help them, so I have begun helping all the animals I can.
I raise around 110 boar goats. Some are ABGA registered and some are weather genetics. From March to October, I consistently have shows every weekend, and occasionally I have sales where I ship my own animals out to many different states.
So for my SAE specifically, I was working in a packing shed during cherry season. So in the summertime, I was able to go into that packing shed and work for quality controls, which meant I was inspecting the fruit's quality, making sure that it was up to the company standards as well as the standards that are set by the government, and just making sure that what the company's customers were receiving, that they were going to be happy with the product that they were getting.
I think the thing that made my SAE the most unique, in my opinion, is just the timing of it all, along with what we were able to accomplish. It was the middle of COVID, back when we weren't doing any competitions, nothing was in person, but we were able to connect students with like state and national officers and some different cool individuals. We were able to highlight different people. And it was a great opportunity to connect people during COVID, and I think that's what makes it so unique. There's other pages that came after, and there were pages before us, but then we had that perfect timing where we were just in the middle of COVID, and so it was a great opportunity to really use our platform to connect people.
What makes my SAE unique is not too many people are really into videography and that kind of digital media kind of path of agriculture, and so I believe that my talents with this will be able to propel me into different things like marketing and commercials and different things like that any agriculture business needs.
What makes my SAE unique was that it wasn't really focused on the economic impact. It was more focused on the community impact. So within my home, it was really special to be able to work alongside my dad, learning those skills needed for the home renovation, things like tile work and woodworking and all of those finer skills when it comes to renovating and just like construction in general. But it was really special for the community impact as well. So creating those projects for people specifically in mind to be able to make their lives better is really what FFA is all about. So it was really special.
My SAE is unique because you don't see a lot of kids my age starting animal rescue, and I have amazing family to back me up throughout all of it, and so you don't see that a lot.
One of the big things that makes my SAE project so unique, not only do I have 2 different projects, but my project where I showed steers turned into a larger project that I was able to start growing my own herd.
So raising market steers isn't really unique, but what makes my SAE project unique is I am the first ever cattle showman in my family.
What makes my SAE unique is that I was able to get involved in the processing side of agriculture. Now when people get to see that and being able to kind of grow up around a place where I saw a lot of orchards, a lot of fields, and then being able to be involved in that process to make sure that whatever we're getting in those grocery stores are going to be quality products, and seeing what's being taken out, what's being let through, pretty much what we're going to be getting in those grocery store shelves.
My SAE is unique because over the last several years, my family and I together have improved my herd substantially. My herd originally started back in Prosser when I was very young, when my dad brought me my first doe and doeling just from the sale yard. We are now to the point where I'll travel to Kentucky, Minnesota, Oklahoma, and Nebraska just to continue to improve my herd and their genetics. I have a second family in the goat world, and that's what makes it so unique for me.
I have been working on my SAE for about a year and a half now.
I've been working on my SAE projects throughout high school, but I started showing steers in 6th grade, and I started working on my grandparents' wheat farm when I was around 11 years old.
I started my SAE in 2021, so it's been a couple years now. I've kind of built off of it. So I started off with just really doing kids in my chapter on harnessing their SAE project and recording those, and now I've kind of really brought it into different companies and different businesses in our county and my local area.
From the first time I started planning out my SAE project, I would say since September, but since I first got him, it would be in January, so about a month.
So I've been working on my SAE for about 2 years now. Every summer I work in these packing sheds. It did start off before as kind of just a summer job, and then later I found out that I could become my SAE.
My SAE originally started when I was 8, so I've been doing it for over 7 years now, but I continue to improve it, and each year I set new goals to learn more things about my herd to continue to make my herd better every year.
Someone absolutely inspired my SAE, which is my dad. My dad is an ag teacher, and so being able to learn those skills next to him was really, really fun. I can remember hours and hours and hours spent in the shop, at home, doing tile work, being told that I was doing it wrong and restarting, but really learning that attention to detail and the craftsmanship, which I think is a lost art. And so it was really special to be able to learn those things, one, but alongside my dad was really special.
I had my grandma, she helped me a lot throughout it, and she supported me, and then Mrs. Moore has helped a lot, and then since Mr. Moore has came to Oakdale, he has helped a bunch.
A lot of people have inspired my SAE project, from my grandparents to my dad, who showed steers all throughout his life, and my grandparents, my dad, who work on our family farm.
What really inspired me for my SAE project was after going to state convention this last year, on watching the Star Farmer videos play on all the different kids' SAE projects and kind of really highlighting on what these kids can do. And that is really what kicked me off with this project, is doing that for my own chapter and putting it out there on our local Instagram and Facebook. And then from there, going into more companies and be like, hey, this is something that I really enjoy doing and I think I could really grow on.
My SAE was inspired by my parents. They both work in the processing side of agriculture, and so being able to work for this as a summer job and kind of live through their shoes was pretty special to me, and kind of understand what their day-to-day lives look like during the summer in cherry season.
The one person who probably inspired me the most is actually Macy Meats, who is a past FFA member. She showed sheep around our area, and she also jackpotted. And I remember being little and being, that's what I want to do when I get older. Little did I know that's what I was going to do a few years later.